So what's up, guys? We finally got most of the parts in for the tractor. We got everything for the brakes, and we got the valve cover gasket, but still missing some rubber grommets that go over the bolts right there, but should be getting them today, hopefully. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting everything together. That way, by the time maybe they'll get here, I'll have everything together and be ready for them. So here's everything we got. Got 2 new drums, got 4 new pads, and you can definitely tell the difference between them and the other ones. When I get the other ones off, I'll make a comparison and show y'all. Obviously, you got your spring kit, adjuster, all that other good stuff, and then you got the valve cover gasket right there. Get this off of here. I had that covering the gas line, but you take your valve cover bolt off, or rocker cover, I guess that's what it's called on a tractor. I don't know, I don't think it really matters. These little rubber grommets right here, just gonna have to get new ones of them, just because might as well do it all while I got it apart. I hate doing stuff halfway. So yeah, I mean, they're not too bad, but I mean, like I said, if I got this tractor tore down this far and I got everything off of it, I want to go ahead and do everything to it I can while it's easy to work on. I had a little leak in my oil pressure sensor line, so I got that fixed, put some O-ring on it. And here's that gas line leak I was telling you about. You can see the hose kind of, or not the hose, but the line kind of is pinched right here. So I don't think it's leaking there. It kind of looks like, I don't know if you can tell on the camera or not, but the face right here doesn't look like it was, whenever they did it, they didn't make a straight cut, so it's kind of like angled back a little bit. But I've put this O-ring on there, and by the time I get it tightened up, the O-ring should seal everything up. So this is how you adjust your brakes. If there's a little hole back here in the back, you can see daylight through it. You just get your screwdriver in there and just turn it. So if you ever need to adjust brakes on it, this goes for anything with drum brakes, not just a tractor. We'll get this. The reason I'm doing this is it's just going to make getting that spring out just a little bit easier on me. And so that's probably good enough. Then I'm going to get in here and just pinch that spring and pull it out. So that's the first spring out. Now you can pull this adjuster out. Should be able to pretty easily now. That's that. So it's a little frozen there. There we go. Still stuck in there, but that's just rust and grime and dirt over the years. So now we got that spring out. I'll show you how to do it right here with a pair of pliers, but that's what this tool is made for. So you just you want to push, and when you push, you want to grab this little knob right here and turn it. So you push it in, grab that knob, and you turn it like about 90, and it'll pop right out like that. I don't know if you've seen it accidentally hit the camera. But then there's that spring. This spring just holds your brake pad in there, or whatever you want to call it, shoe, pad, whatever, same thing. I finally got one of them beat out. It's laying somewhere right there. Oh man, that was a pain. So what I ended up having to do was, I got my punch, I welded me a washer on the end so I could just lay into that thing, and it still took me a while, but She's slowly but surely coming out. More slowly than anything though. Oh man, that felt great. Well, my battery died and they're not charging, so this one's pretty low, but I'll quickly explain everything I've done. So I got those new pins in. I greased them with some red tacky grease, so if I do end up having to take these back apart sometime in the future, they will not be that hard to get out. So we got my spring hooked up that's holding them together. I beat my clip in there. When you beat this clip in there, you get it flush, and then just take my pair of channel locks right here and just pinch the end. You can kind of see how it's bent over, just to keep that from vibrating loose and everything. And I've got this pin in for the springs that hold it on here. So you got two ends. One's going to go on each side of the spring. So it'll look something like this once you get this on here. Yep, so it'll look like this, and it just goes right in there. And then once you get it in there, you can tell how they're slotted. So you're going to stick it in there, on there, and then turn it, just like you had to remove it. So you got to get your hand back here to hold it, keep it from coming out. But just line them slots up, push it in there. And now you can use a pair of channel locks like I used to get it off, but it's so much easier with this tool. So set this little thing in here, and we'll get her lined up, push her on in there, and once you get her pushed in there, you just twist her, and just like that. That's that. So that one's actually pretty simple. Your shoe a little bit, get it going there. Get this side on there. Put this side on there. Get it lined up. And kind of got to pick up on the shoe and hold your finger back there at the same time. Now it is relatively difficult, but it ain't too bad. Get her pushed in there and twisted, and that's that. So now I just got two more springs put on there, and this side's done, and the adjuster. So I'm gonna put this adjuster in here right quick. So I'm gonna have this on the bottom because that's the way it come out, so you can get your adjustment a little easier. Just gonna pull down on this side, push up on this side a little bit, and she's in there just like that. So now we'll get our springs put in there, and they just go like this. So it's pretty simple. So I'll show you how to do that here in just a second. This spring in, so this side goes right here, and then I just got to run that spring right here. So easiest way to probably gonna do that right now is with my channel locks. Grab them and just pull it right on there. This spring isn't too bad. Not as bad as the other ones because it's not as big, but it still is can be a pain if you. There we go. So now I got this spring going in. I'll just take it loose right there for now. But they sent me two springs, and this side only had one. So I'm not sure what to do about that, but I'm just gonna put one back in it because that's what it had in it. So we'll get this in there, and it shouldn't be too bad. Obviously it's this way, so we're gonna hook that spring up first because can't really get to the other side. So we'll just pull her right up and get her in there like that. Give her a little tap, pops right in there. So these brakes are ready to go, ready to put the drum on it. So yeah, that's that. Got the valve cover off. Got it sitting over here. Got my new gasket. It's ready to go on, but I'm gonna run some red gasket maker around the edge right here just to help it seal, because it seemed like it was leaking out of the corner. So I'll get that done real quick. Got some new rubber grommets to go on the top up here. I'm about to torque them down to 50 foot-pounds according to the manual. So ought to be good. It's these brakes worked, so it's gonna loosen the adjustment right here. Now this side's not as bad as the other one, so hoping that these pins won't be as bad to get out as the other ones, because them other ones took me about all day to get them out. Our adjustment, it's relatively loose, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these pins out. There's one. There's 10 here, pinch it, pull it down and twist it out. There's one spring, pinch it, pull it up and twist it. This one's gonna be a little harder. Yeah. Give ourselves a little bit more room in here. Now then. There's that spring. We'll go ahead and get this one over here on this side knocked out. I said we would. Get one out of there. Go ahead and get our adjustment out. Things are so rusted up. There's that one. I'm gonna use this tool on this side. Just like that. That one was really easy on the bottom. Get them pushed out. Little peck with the hammer, comes right out. Seems like the more you do something, the better you get at it. So, get these in here where I can get to them a little easier. And hopefully these pins ain't stuck. We shall see. Not too bad. A lot easier. And we'll just go ahead and pop this out of here if we can. There we go. That was a lot easier than the other side. So get all this cleaned up and then I'll be ready to put everything back together. And cleaned up. Just gonna get these springs on and get these little pins back in here. I'm gonna go ahead and grease these up. And go ahead and grease this too. It's just a lot easier to do it now than with everything in there. So go ahead and get her all greased. Go ahead and get my pins greased up too. Just dab a good bit of grease around them, just rub my finger around it. That ought to be plenty. Because this side wasn't too bad, but this side, the brakes on this side actually worked. So I think that helped me out a lot on this side. So we'll get her in here. We'll go ahead and put this in here. So we'll get our pin in on this side. Try not to get no grease on these pads. Get my screwdriver in the back here and push down where I can get this pin in here a little bit better. Oh, too far. There we go, there's that side. We'll put my, tap that in. Get her tapped in all the way. Get this one in. Tap her in. Now that I got them tapped in, I'm just going to open up my channel locks and pinch them down, that way they can't come back out. That's that. So go ahead and get her adjusted a little bit more. This side done, just got the tire on. That's the only thing I didn't get to record. So yeah, she's all good, got good pedals. So obviously I'm probably gonna have to adjust those as they wear down. Got the gas tank set on here. Got my fuel line hooked back up, and thankfully I put an O-ring on it because you can tell where it was leaking on the valve cover over time. So replaced the O-ring on that. Of course, we had a guy rebuild this motor not too long ago, and well, actually less than 6 months ago. And then here recently we've had this gas tank start leaking, and then the valve cover went out and the coil pack blew up on us. So I don't know how good of a job he done, but it is what it is. So right here was where it was coming out. So it's all good now. She's ready to use now. Just kind of got to get this tank bolted back down, and then get the cover on, front cover and everything on it, and we'll go test her out. Might hook the old bush hog up and sharpen the blades on it.